What is up? What is up, my gorgeous Facebook family? How is everybody going today? How are you going? You're here with Kylie, Australia's emotional eating coach, and you know the drill. I'm here to empower you to take control of your relationship with food, create a body and a life that you love more than chocolate, because you get to do it all, bam, on your terms. If you're joining me here live, you know how we roll. Throw that emoji in the comments box. Give me some likes and some loves. Let me know that you're here, because today I had to wait a little bit to be able to talk to you today. We have just had the biggest sort of stormy downpour here, and it was making, like, it was enormous. It was making so much racket that I literally couldn't, you wouldn't have been able to hear me. The sound of the rain was so strong. Lindsay's here. How are you going? I have got my green tea because I've had a couple of, I'm just going to take a sip. I had a later night last night because we had masterclass with the girls in Transformation Society, and that was loads of fun. So I'm feeling a little like tired this morning, plus with the big rainy downpour here, whatever it is that's going on, I don't know. It's very peculiar for October weather, I can tell you. Normally now we'd be all running around in our bikinis. I don't know what's happening here, but in any case, today we are talking about body love, and really, Christine's in the house. Thank you so much. Oh, you love my hair. Seriously, honey. Oh, OMG. Thank you so much for the compliment, because it was like, it was tied up. You know how we do as girls. Let's be real. It's tied up in a messy bun. And I'm like, oh, I better take this thing out. Don't want to frighten everybody. Quartz is in the house. How you going, baby? So this is how it rolled out. I'm like, good enough. So as we're talking about today, body love, and I'm going to drop this on you really quickly today, because really, thank you so much. Thank you for the love. Here's the facts, right? Here is the facts. You, in your mental headspace, are always going to be criticizing, deciding, am I good enough today, am I not? And here's the fascinating part about this, and this still never ceases to amaze me when I speak to so many women, and it amazes them as well. They're like, one day I can look in the mirror and I think I look smoking hot, right? Smoking hot. Even a few hours later, even minutes later, you can walk past a different mirror. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Your weight, your body, it's all still exactly the same. But now you think you'd be like a heifer. You're like, OMG, where did the back fat come from? The muffin top, the thighs, the wobbly chicken arms. Like, what is going on? Nothing changed, but something switched over in our mind. It's a mental perception. It's mind games. It's always mind games. Thank you so much. Jodie's here. Oh, Christy. It's so great to have you here, honey. It's so great to have you here. So this is how it rolls out day after day after day. And eventually, the pain of the fluctuation of how we feel about our body, eventually that pain will outweigh your decision to just keep on that roller coaster of like, love myself, hate myself, right? And it's bad enough. You hear me talk all the time about the bathroom scales. Jump on the bathroom scales. I lost a kilo. Woo, I'm like queen of the universe. Why isn't Victoria's Secret knocking on my front door? I should be walking that runway because I lost a kilo, right? Next thing, you think, I'll just double check that. I'll relive my moment of glory. You get back on the scales. They were wrong. You did not lose a kilo. You gained a kilo. Oh, now you don't be feeling like, now you would lock the door. Victoria's Secret come knock on your door. You'd be like, and I'm not answering that. No. Everything changed because of a number. A number. So this is where I wanted to put it out there today. So many of you follow FITSPO accounts, and I don't really have an opinion one way or the other. I'm just going to put out my words of wisdom so that you can decide. Sonia's in the house. I saw that love heart pop up, baby, and I'm like, Sonia, how you going? I just want to put this out there for you. So for those of you who are just dropping on now, we're talking about really the body love situation, how beneficial it is to really be checking yourself every 2 seconds. Every time we, as women, every time we walk past a reflective surface, we'd be like, checking out the backside, the thighs, what's going on, right? The booty. And we're giving an opinions and feedback to ourselves all the time. Opinion, how it looks, feedback. Am I a worthy human being or not? It depends on what the reflective surface says on your opinion, right? So this is how it rolls out. And what I wanted to share with you today really is about, as I said, so many of you follow FITSPO accounts, and it doesn't matter to me one way or the other, but I would put it out there for you to consider. Does it make you feel better about yourself or worse when you look at the accounts? Better or worse? Because based on that, it's going to dictate every single action that you take after that, after following those accounts. Now, you might think it's inspiring me, and perhaps it is for a period of time, and then eventually you might go, I don't look like those girls. I'm never going to look like those girls. Might as well eat. And we head to the freezer. The ice cream's coming out. We're on the phone to Domino's ordering the pizza at the same time. Oh, there's chocolate in the cupboard. I'll just scratch around and eat that while I wait for the pizza to arrive. Because sometimes it doesn't work for our benefit, but it works for our detriment. Yeah, thank you so much. So I just wanted to put it out there because it is something that I think we need to be a bit wary of, and just to consider that it's fabulous. You know, I see these women too. Sometimes they inspire me. Right? And other times it depends on your frame of mind and your mood and what else is going on in your life and throughout your day. You know, if you've had a really tough day, if you have had a tough day and then you come home at night and you're exhausted and, you know, everything's been chewing at you all day and now you're tired and you just had enough and you think, I'll just pop onto, you know, one of the social media channels, and then you see whoever, Miss Fabulous with the body of a goddess, and you're like, damn, I am never going to look like that. And then out comes the food. We do it to just give ourselves a moment of pleasure, because we look at this perceived FITSPO account, right? Feel like, hey, it's never going to materialize for me. That is just never going to happen for me. And it pulls us down further and further and further. Now, somebody else might look at it and go, inspires me to go do a workout. Fabulous. I'm just putting it out there so that we can be a little wary, because some days it will inspire you, other days it's going to drag you down, and it all depends on your initial state of mind. Because what I really want to put out there again, just as on the whole body love thing, I talk about this frequently because it is so important, right? So important. You know my famous mantra. Many of us think, if I hate myself enough, it will inspire me to change. If I hate my body now, I'll be inspired and motivated to change. But you can't hate your way to happiness. You can't hate your way to happiness. 91% of women hate their body. Not dislike, wish it could be different, I don't particularly love my thigh. No. 91% of women hate their bodies. That's pretty intense. It is pretty intense. And you've also heard me say only 5% of women, 5, look like the Victoria's Secret runway models. 5. They are the freaks of nature. They ought to be trying to look like us. We shouldn't be half killing ourselves to try and look like them. So this is what I want to put out there. Your body cannot not love you. It was created loving you. It functions because it loves you. And really, on what level do we imagine that it is benefiting us to direct constant hate and dislike? You're disgusting. I would walk past every single, as you heard me say, every single reflective surface I would walk by, cast judgment on whether I was a worthy and worthwhile human being. Especially in my own home, right? You walk past that bathroom mirror and you be like, ugh. All you focus on is the things that disgust you and that you hate and that you feel absolutely must change. You just cannot live with them 1 second more, right? But does it inspire you to change? Does it motivate you to make some long-term changes? Because I will tell you, lived that way for 30 years. Did not motivate me. I thought it was. I fooled myself. I'm like, yeah. I really thought it was. But all it ever did was pull me down lower and lower and lower. Proof is in the chocolate pudding, right? I spent 30 years in the binge diet cycle. 30. Seriously, I must be the world's slowest learner. I don't know. But this is how it rolled out for me. So thank you so much to everyone who's dropping on live here. Because when we're talking about this, if you're just joining me now, we're talking about the FITSPO accounts and really how they work for you. And like I said, doesn't matter to me one way or the other, whether you look at them or whether you don't, but just be aware on how you feel when you do. How can you tell whether it's working for you or whether it's not? You will know by how you feel. Always, I tell every single girl I work with, you've got to check in with your body. Your heart always knows the answer. Always. If you feel uplifted and motivated and fantastic after you've seen some of these accounts, awesome, okay, that's fine. But if it pulls you down lower, if it makes you feel a little less worthwhile, a little more dejected, a little more, this never gonna happen for me, then it wasn't the right move for you, at least not at that time. Just be aware. These things are not always beneficial. Not always. Sometimes, maybe, but not always. Not always. So I just want you to, really get a grip on this today, because I just want to put it out there. I feel like it's really important. So often, like I said, girls that I work with, they're like, OMG, I've deleted a ton of FITSPO accounts and I actually feel free for the first time in my life. I can now just be me. be me, love me. I can be okay with me because there's not the constant judgment. And, you know, again, like I said, it doesn't matter whether you look at them, whether you don't. I don't have an opinion either way. I'm just putting this out there for us to all be a little more acutely aware. Acutely aware, because your body is yours. It's built the way yours is built. Mine, you only see me here, right? From the waist up. You see me here from the waist up. And let me tell you something, that can be deceiving because this, you know, it all looks very slender, right? It's not how I'm built. No, no, no. My body, and it was always my greatest, like the greatest pain in my life was that my body, I always used to say, it was like God just ran out of sizes. And he's like, here, we'll just put a size 10 or whatever on the top and just shove this big ass size on the bottom. And they went together. And I'm like, are you for real? You couldn't have given me matching sizes? But it's just how it is. And it's how it's always been for me. I am just heavier on the bottom. It's the way it goes. Eventually, I had to stop torturing myself. Eventually, I had to make the decision to say, well, it is what it is, right? For those of you who know my story, I mean, I went through, you know, I did a lot to try and get a body that was a matching size, top and bottom. Did it work? No. Caused me a great deal more pain and actually, in actual fact, exacerbated the problem. Made it much worse, much worse. Just putting it out there for you so you know. Because truthfully, you know, I just felt like, ultimately, I was always just trying to escape my body. Escape. I just couldn't stand it. I literally could not stand it. It disgusted me on every level. But what you've got to get and what you've got to realize is wherever you go, there you are. I could run down the street, try and get away from myself. And the second I stopped, turn around, there I am. I'm still there. Me, exactly the same. So at some point, we've just got to step up and get used to it and go, this is how I look, this is how I am. And the only person who has to be okay with it, the only person who has to go, yeah, it's fine, is you. You're the only one. It really has no bearing what anybody else thinks, what another FITSPO account has to say about it, what a relative, a lover, a friend says about your body makes no difference. The only person that has to be okay with it is you. And you can come at it then from a place of love and kindness and go, yeah, I have some parts about my body or some things or some fitness levels or whatever that I would like to see improved, right? I would like to see them sort of I want to upscale. I want to upscale. Not because I hate what's here now, but because I want more energy, more life, more love, like more everything. I'm just perhaps not comfortable right now in the body that I'm in. That's fine. You can still go. It doesn't mean, you hear me say this very often, the body love movement doesn't mean you have to stay stuck in a body that you're like is uncomfortable for you, that is uncomfortable for you. It means that you love yourself on the way to reaching a body that is a little more comfortable for you to live in. So thank you so much. Christina's saying here, yeah, I hear about body love all the time, but I can't seem to figure out where to start to work towards loving myself. I end up yo-yoing between feeling good about myself and thinking the worst about my body. It always seems situational. Yeah. How do you not make it situational? Okay, Christine, I'm not sure. Did you see it? Were you here from the beginning of the live stream today? You have to excuse me, I have to have my green tea, of course. Yeah, how do you not make it situational? Please do go back and watch from the start because it is always a mind game. It is a mind game. There is nothing from the outside that is actually, you know, I mean, you're going to get media opinions. Of course you are. They're coming at us thick and fast, right? You're not worthy. You're not pretty. You're not attractive unless and until, oh, awesome. Yeah. Unless and until you use this product, look like this, have whatever, put your hair extensions in and I don't even know. That makes it sound, I don't have hair extensions, just FYI. FYI. I was at the hairdresser once and she's just gone, great extensions. I'm there, thanks. I grew them myself. Anyway, side issue, right? Side issue. Thank you to everyone who's dropping on live. So this is the thing. How do you not make it situational? It's a choice and it's a decision. And it comes from an inner core knowing, right, that there is no one and nothing that has a right or the ability, nothing, to make you feel anything other than what you know is your truth in your heart. Now, so if you're feeling like your feelings are fluctuating according to the situation, it's because we haven't yet grounded ourselves in the knowledge that you are beautiful and you are okay and your body is perfectly fine as it is now on the way to where you're going. Like I said, doesn't mean you have to stay stuck in a body that you're not comfortable in. It purely means that as you're heading towards reaching a body that you do feel comfortable to live in and move around in, that you are perfectly okay with being who you are and where you are right now. And when we get tossed around like a wave on the sea, it's because we're not yet grounded in our own love and our own self-worth. And that comes from doing the inner work. So that's what it's about. It's not like a light switch. You just turn it on and bam, there you go. Fixed, right? Fixed. No, it takes a lot of inner work. Like I said, 30 years for me, 30 years, like the world's slowest learner. You look it up in Guinness Book of Records, there'll be my picture, world's slowest learner, right? That's how it goes. But it's different, and it is different for everybody. And I think, oh, you're so welcome, honey. I'm glad that helped. Yeah, because really hating your body isn't going to change the situation. Hating your body is not going to change the situation. When I think, you know, what I was really pondering on my heart this morning is with so many things in life, so many things. We say we want this, we want that or the other, and then we fight against it. We fight against it, right? Purposely, it's almost like a self-sabotage tactic. The thing is, when you're ready, really ready and willing to let go, your body's just been there waiting for you the whole time, just waiting for you to turn around and go, yeah, you are a special kind of awesome. You really are okay, exactly as you are. I think ultimately what I really want to leave you with today is don't allow your perceived flaws, because they're not real. They are not. Don't allow your perceived flaws to define, limit, or distract you from who you know you are in your core. Okay, because once again, as you know, Christine said here, it's, you know, it's a situational thing for her. Exactly, because it's just perception. It's perception. A perfect example of perception, as I said to you when we started today's live stream, is like a big thunderstorm happening, right? It's just finished now, which is why I could come on live, but it's just finished now. For me, I don't particularly enjoy things like that. I like warm, hot weather. I do. But other people are like, I love the cold. I love the rain. I love that. And I'm like, whatever. Like, please. It's a situational opinion, right? Somebody else, ducks think this weather is fabulous. I, on the other hand, am not a big fan, right? My backyard's flooding. It's not great, right? It's not great. But that's my situation. That's my opinion. That's my perception. So anybody can, you know, you can look at, you know, this is so true. You can look at one person's body, right, a woman. You can look at one woman's body. Tell me something. Tell me something. This is perfect example. For those of you who have male partners, how often do you think a woman is absolutely a goddess, stunning, and he will go, she's so ugly, and you're like, are you for real? She's beautiful. And they think they're ugly. It's perception. It's perception. It's perception. And you can just use that same gig on yourself. It's perception. You are stunning and you are beautiful and you're perfect right now in the body that you're in right now on the way to where you're going. So I want to thank you to everybody who's been here joining me live today. And I have a mega announcement coming this week. I mean, so mega that it hurts. So mega. It's like squeal with excitement sort of stuff. Like you will hear unified squeals around the world when I announce this from women who are going to freak out when I tell you this. Now, it's coming in a day or so. I will see whether I'll tell you about it tomorrow. We'll see. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do for you today is in just a second when I pop off of here, I'm going to put the link to my free download for my Beat the Binge, 10 Steps to Beat the Binge guide. As you've heard me say before, it is my most downloaded guide ever. Thousands of women around the world have downloaded this one. So I'm going to pop that up in the box above for you so you can go ahead and download that one if you haven't got it already, because it's definitely going to help you. Definitely. It's full of really, really juicy tips and great fun action steps that you can take. So to anybody else, if you've got any other questions today, please do let me know, because as I said, I'm going to fly on out of here. Fly on out of here before the rain sets in again. But again, I want to thank you to everybody who joined me here live, to all the replay watchers. Sending you so much love, so much love. I am going to shoot on out of here, but I will be back tomorrow. You know how I do, because the only person who has the power to change your life is you. Very best part of that is, it's delicious. Better than chocolate. You've got what it takes. See you guys. Bye for now.